moving estimates. Today we're going to talk to you about moving estimates and what's the proper procedure about getting one and how to protect yourself on your move with that estimate. Hello everybody, I'm Tommy Mover. I'm here today to talk to you about the ins and outs of getting a moving estimate. So, the whole process starts when you obviously initially call your moving company that you're looking to hire. It could be anybody, it could be me, preferably me, right? But anybody you want to hire is fine. So anyhow, when you call the moving company and you speak to the estimator, if the estimator is any good, he's gonna really ask you a lot of questions, okay? So the more questions we ask you, the better it is for you, it better is for us, it's better for everybody, right? Especially if you could answer those questions honestly. So instead of you calling up and saying, hey, I have very, very little bit of stuff and I'm only moving it 1 mile and I'm going to have it all taken apart and sitting in the driveway. Basically what you're trying to tell me is that you want the cheapest price possible and the stuff's not going to be sitting in the driveway. The guys are going to have to go there and take it all apart and you have twice as much shit as you are probably telling me. So this is why we like to, obviously, when we hear certain things, certain keywords and certain, vocal structures, we're going to obviously immediately request an in-home or a virtual estimate. This way we know exactly what we're looking at. We want to see that very little bit of stuff. If you only have 1 or 2 little items and that's something you could easily describe, I might tell you, hey, send me a picture of the item if you possibly could, just in case I could see if it has any special needs. I mean, if it's just a regular mattress or a regular sofa, I obviously know what it needs. But if it's a big china cabinet, I want to see if it has glass, if the glass shelvings come out. If they don't come out, how I got to protect the piece. This way I can include all of those things when I do give you that estimate over the phone. Again, the less you tell me, the less I can give you in price, right? And sometimes it's kind of what people want. They kind of don't want to give you all the information and they think the less they tell me, the cheaper the price. But in the end, when the price goes up, they get upset because we gave them a low price and the price changed. Now I'm going to get a bad review because I went from 500 to 800 and now I'm a liar, but I didn't lie. Obviously I came to do my job. So don't lie to your mover. Your movers won't lie to you, and that's how you're going to protect yourself on the move. Using your moving contract. Now you need to read your freaking contracts, people. People don't read the contract. So if you read your contract, it's going to tell you exactly what the mover sold you. If I sell you 4 hours of moving service, anything up into and including 4 hours of moving service is what you're paying for. If I'm there for 1.5 hours up to and including 4 hours of service, that's what your contract would be for. Anything over 4 hours of service, well then obviously we could bill you for those things incrementally by time. Now, materials is another story. Most time jobs aren't going to include material over the phone. Like if you call me up and say, hey, I have a 1-bedroom apartment, what could you do? All right, here's a 4-hour minimum with 3 men. This is the price. Material is pretty much done on site because I don't know what you're really going to want and need. Everybody has different needs on every job. So, hey, you want this done? Great. You don't want it done? Sign here. We could move it and whatever, make something happen. Hopefully things don't get damaged. But we're going to obviously try and, make sure that we protect ourselves and our best interest and your best interest all the way through and through on the move. Don't fall a victim to, getting beat up on a rate because you didn't read your contract. If I tell you, hey, yeah, I'm going to send you a truck and it's only going to be $300 and you're like, oh, that's awesome, dude. And I show up and it's $300 for the first hour. And you're like, and I'm not really a nice guy because I lied to you, right? But no, I'm going to sell you what you need as long as you tell me what you have. I don't want to lie to you. You shouldn't lie to me. And that's the real basis of a moving estimate. Most moving companies get bad reviews based upon, per se, giving a bad quote. You're moving to Florida. You have a 10,000 pound estimate. We showed up at the house. Now your estimate's 14,500 pounds. Who's paying for the 4,500 pounds? Me as the mover or you as the customer? It's your stuff. going on my truck. Who's going to pay for the 4,500 extra pounds? Honestly, I can't tell you how much something's going to weigh. I could kind of guess about how much volume you're going to use, and we've done that many a times. We guesstimate volume and we ship on volume, and that works out fairly well because, you know, if I tell you, hey, whatever fits in this truck, I'll ship for this price, and anything that don't fit in this truck is going to be extra, you're like, makes sense, right? So, but if I tell you your quote's going to be 10,000 pounds, but if it's 14, I'm only taking 10, you're going to look at me like, huh? That don't make sense, right? So sometimes we could make sense of things to make it into more perspective and more feasible to get the job done. Just, you know, work with us and we'll be happy to work with you. Again, don't get beat up by your movers on the move. Anything moving local, long distance, you know, make sure you read your contract. Give me a call, Tommy Mover. I'll be glad to help you out, whether it's just going over your contract, comparing contracts, or getting your contract on my payroll and on my desk over here. Let's make it happen. Hit us up, cheapfloridamovers.com, 888movestuff.com. We got a couple of brands going on. We're expanding ourselves a little bit, so make sure you do what you got to do and find us. Thank you.